What up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're testing out a few products from KIKO Milano. KIKO is one of those brands I've been eyeballing for so many years. Like, I've been on their website, like, about to hit the checkout button so many times I can't even tell you. They have flash sales on there all the time. Like, their stuff goes on sale like 30, 40, 50, 70% off all the time. They also just recently came to Ulta, so they're online only, and they don't have very many products. I guess they have just like bare minimum, just best sellers and stuff. I don't have a full face. I have mostly face products and just a couple lip products, but I figured this would be a good way to test the waters and just kind of like get my feet wet. I don't have any eye products today, so I'm just gonna put my contour shade in my crease and just call it a day. This is the Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour out of the shade 200 Hazelnut. They also have 201 Chocolate, so they have two shades. I will say something I've noticed about KIKO is that their shade range is very limited across the board. They don't go very dark with anything or very light. So if you're in like the light to medium shade range, then it's for you. But if you're outside of that, then you're screwed. Here's the shade 200 Hazelnut looks like. So as you can see, it looks like a pretty good cool tone contour shade, which is what you want. But I will say that on the skin, it kind of pulls a little warm. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe that's just me, but I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of warmth there. Maybe my eyes are broken. I don't know. So I'm gonna take this on an angled AOA Studio E109 brush. So I've been using this for like cream contour in my crease. Just stamp it right in there just for a very slight amount of definition and contrast. Moving on to foundation, which is what I'm personally most excited about. This is the Nothing Matte-R Mattifying Foundation. So this is around $14 or $15 wherever you find it. It's on sale right now on the KIKO website for $11.19. Again, could be different by the time I upload this video. They have 20 shades and literally all of them look the exact same. They have one darker shade. You get one. So it says it has an innovative mimic effect texture that adapts and moves with the skin to create a natural look. It's light, blendable, and comfortable to apply. Enhances the skin with a matte effect that lasts up to 12 hours. Leaves the skin feeling soft and velvety and has a medium to high coverage. That's what we want to see. I like that. It's recommended for normal to oily skin, which is what yours truly has. And it's many shades. Many shades. Adapt to every type of complexion. Okay. I got the shade 1.5 Gold, so I don't know if this is going to match me. Haven't tried it yet, but we shall see. So yeah, it definitely is more like whipped, moussey, velvety kind of texture. Oh, look at that. That looks like some coverage. We will see. As you can see, we got a lot to cover up today. I'm having some cystic acne breakouts, which is a whole new realm for me. A few weeks ago, I started taking some steroids for my back, and yeah, caused this. So in case your doctor doesn't tell you, which they probably won't, yeah, you can get cystic acne from steroid medications. So yeah, good luck. All right, so I'm gonna use my AOA Studio Wonder Blender and we're gonna try it with the sponge first. On top of my skin being super cystic, it's also been super oily lately, so it's been good times. So it is blending out nicely, as you can see, and I feel like the color actually does match me pretty well. I can still see my red spots and blemishes and stuff underneath, so it's not full coverage like automatically. So I feel like a little bit does not go a very long way with this. I've already had to like squeeze out more product and go in like 3 times now, so yeah, it doesn't stretch very far. So I'm gonna try to build it up with my ride or die stippling brush. So I'm gonna take a little bit more and just kind of stipple it on top those areas where I have a lot more to cover up. Okay, I should probably go ahead and go onto the other side with the brush by itself because it's been sitting here for a while and I don't know how this dries down, so fingers crossed I just didn't screw myself over. I feel like I am getting better coverage on the brush side, and also I feel like a little bit of product is going further. I mean, I guess I do have less to cover up on this side. I mean, I have a few red spots and bumps and stuff, but on this side, this side is way more textured, way more bumpy. As far as the finish goes, it's not a flat matte finish, so I think it's really funny how these mattifying foundations, like, that's not matte. I will say it's sitting on my skin super pretty. Like, it's not emphasizing texture, dryness, bumps. It's not emphasizing lines or anything. So far so good. I'm gonna go back into my stippling brush on this side and just kind of stipple around this area right here where I see all that texture because I don't want to see it. So yeah, it looks really smooth, very, very like velvety and moussey. So I mean, as far as how it looks on the skin, it's really pretty. Moving on to concealer. So this is actually a foundation concealer hybrid. I'm gonna use it as a concealer in today's video and we'll use it as a foundation in a separate video. So this is the full coverage 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So this runs for about $24 normally, but it's $17.49 on the website right now. So it's a pretty big markdown versus like Ulta and Amazon. So they have 21 shades. Here's what they look like. Like, what is this? I have the shade WB15, so I'm guessing that means warm beige. I don't know. The description doesn't really say anything super unique about what it's supposed to do aside from what a basic foundation is supposed to do. It just says it works on the skin by hiding and minimizing all blemishes, which is what a foundation does. It does say it's going to leave a second skin effect veil on the face with a matte satin finish. It's ideal for all skin types. Creamy, super fluid texture provides a feeling of comfort upon application. And it just goes on and on about how like you can build up the coverage really easily. It's super opaque. So it's supposed to be a super full coverage foundation slash concealer. So we'll see. It comes in this really nice glass jar with a little doe foot applicator. And one thing I want to point out about their packaging is that it looks super expensive and high quality and very, very high end. And I mean, I guess it kind of is to a degree. Some things are $8 and some things are $24. So they're kind of straddling the fence a little bit. It's like, are you drugstore? Are you high end? Nobody knows. Number one, it just completely melts into the skin. So, I mean, it takes little to no effort to blend it out. Like that's pretty nice. Something I've noticed as I've been testing it here and there for the past week or so is that this is not a matte finish foundation like at all. But yeah, it blends out like a freaking just, I hate when people say dream. Blends out like a dream. How's a dream blend out? Yeah, there's what it looks like with one layer under my eyes. So yeah, very, very creamy, very like satin, glowy kind of finish. Like it's a very hydrated kind of formula. So if you're super oily, I don't think this would be good for you across your face. I'll see if I can build it up just a little bit more, but I will say that shade is perfect for me. Like it's not too light or too dark. It's also not too like peachy or too yellow. So yeah, good shade, good undertone. Yeah, there's what 2 layers looks like under my eyes. So, I mean, I would say that's pretty full coverage. I'm gonna go back into that cream contour and just do the deed. So yeah, as you can see, it's super, super creamy, but I will say that it's pretty emollient. So if you have super oily skin, I don't know how well this is gonna wear on you. As you can see, this is blending out so well. Like, it's just completely melting to the skin. I know that earlier I was complaining about how it's not as cool tone on the skin as it is in the stick, but I actually think it's a pretty good undertone for my skin. It's kind of more on the neutral side. Like it's not too cool tone or too warm. Yeah, very creamy formula. It glides on super well, no tugging. It doesn't set up too fast. Yeah, here's what my skin looks like before powder. So as you can see, I mean, I'm pretty glowy. I'm pretty glowy and hoey. It's almost borderline oily, so this may be a bad day. So for powder, I've been using this for a while and I have shown this in several videos before, but this is the Radiant Fusion Baked Powder out of the shade 01, I believe. If you like a powder that's not too mattifying to where it has a little bit of like a satiny finish to it, it kind of gives you like a little bit of glow, especially for your under eye area, this is a really good powder for that. But I will say for my T-zone or any areas where I want to mattify and like, you know, absorb oil, it's not good for that. I'm actually going to try setting my face with my sponge, which I haven't tried with this powder. I mean, it's baked, so you can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye area and just go down besides my nose, my T-zone, just anywhere where I feel like oil could be a problem, which is pretty much everywhere today. Oh my God, I can't believe I haven't tried this powder with my sponge before. That is magical. Gotta set my face so pretty. So I'm gonna do a wear test today, but it's a very late day. So we're gonna go ahead and give you a little time check. So it's 5:53 in the evening right now. Yep, I know it's late. Don't have time to film in the morning, okay? It is what it is. So for lips, I have this creamy color comfort lip liner in the shade 301 Natural. This puts me in mind of like the ColourPop Lippy pencils or the Charlotte Tilbury, like what's the Pillow Talk lip liner? I don't know, like the Pillow Talk lip liner. It's just the kind that you sharpen, which I think these tend to be more creamy in my opinion. This is about $8.50 normally. It's $8.50 on their website, but it's on sale right now for $5.95. So yeah, you got stuff that's like $5 and then stuff that's $24. So I mean, pick a side. Yeah, here's what 301 Natural looks like. So as you can see, it is super creamy. Like it just glides on like freaking butter. I'll describe this as a really muted, just natural pink kind of shade. For me, my lips are a little bit too like pigmented for this kind of shade, so it doesn't show up the best on me, but it's creamy. It's a good formula. Like I need a different shade. So this is the Jelly Stylo Wet Look Finish Glossy Lipstick. This is about $10.99 on their website, so it's on sale for $7.69 right now. And this is in the shade 507 Hibiscus. So I will say something about this packaging. It does look nice and fancy and expensive and stuff, but I don't like how it's rounded on both ends because you can't set it upright like in your drawers or something. So it just, yeah, it just falls. You can't see that, but it's just falling. It's super glossy. Like as you can see, it's super glossy, high shine. I mean, look how that is nice. Normally I like a lot of gloss, a lot of slip, a lot of hydration, but this kind of borderlines thick. Now I haven't worn it for a long period of time, so I'm not sure how it wears. I always wear a gloss on top of the majority of lipsticks, but with this, it's glossy enough and hydrating enough to where I don't need that. But I need some mascara and cheek products because your girl feels like a naked mole rat right now. So yeah, let's go and do that real quick. Alright, so I'm back with the rest of my face done now. And everything I'm using today, including my skincare products, are going to be in the description box in a little product breakdown. So check down there if you want to see what I'm wearing on the rest of my face. But I gotta say, I'm looking hella glowy. Ready for a glow down, hoe down. As I said earlier, I am feeling like I'm getting kind of oily already and just kind of like I feel like it's just not destined to wear very well on me. Now I will say that when I look up close, my under eye area in particular, I do look a little cakey. So it could be where I applied it with my sponge. Like maybe it just doesn't pair very well with the sponge. I don't know, but I do look slightly creasy and slightly, maybe not cakey, but just kind of like powdery. And this lipstick's kind of wearing on me, no pun intended. For real though, I'm really starting to like the formula and the shade. Like the shade's very just like, oh, like youthful and springy and, you know, youthful. The more I wear it, the more comfortable it becomes. Like it doesn't feel as sticky and thick as it did before when I first applied it. So yeah. So far, so good. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make this as long of a wear day as I can and push out my wear test as long as possible without it going into like 2 o'clock in the morning, which that's very likely that I'll do anyway. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on tonight and we'll do my final roundup. All right guys, final checkout time is now, it is now 1:51, so we are about to hit the 8-hour mark. And I know I said I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna stay up late to do this video, but here I am. It's all in the name of wear testing, okay? It's all in the name of reviewing. Nothing Matte-R Mattifying Foundation. I gotta say, this wore better than I thought it would. I do think that setting spray had a huge part to play in that. So yeah, without setting spray, I don't think this would have been as good. But something I have to keep in mind whenever I'm filming is that I'm in a closed off room, like the door's closed, and I have all these lights. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 lights on me, and it just like, it's like it radiates like a freaking sauna. But literally as soon as I opened the door and stepped out of this room and got away from the lights and just the heat, I could feel my face just start cooling down and I didn't feel as greasy and oily. And so overall it does look pretty smooth and creamy and like it's not emphasizing pores, texture, lines, nothing like that. Like it's not settling anywhere. Now, I will say it does stay feeling pretty lightweight and thin and breathable on my skin up until about 2 hours ago, and it started feeling a little bit tight. I'm actually pretty surprised at how well it wore. I mean, I do see a lot of my red spots and blemishes peeking through now. Like I feel like the coverage has faded in those areas where I had a lot to cover up, but it hasn't faded in a way where it looks splotchy, blotchy, uneven, patchy. But I will say that on my forehead, you know, particularly, why can't I say that word? Particularly right through here in between my eyebrows, I can see it starting to kind of look powdery and makeup-y, and you just kind of wanting to separate and pull apart. Like it's like my face is trying to like break through. It's like, okay, it needs to go now. So yeah, overall I do like this. I feel like I need to, you know, test it with some more powders and, you know, concealers and primers and, you know, different skin days when my skin is doing maybe a tad bit better than what it's doing as of recently. Full coverage 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This one I'm not very sure about. There are so many aspects of this product that I love. Like I love the color, I love the texture, the blend, the consistency. So I don't know if I would go as far as saying it's like a super opaque, full coverage, kind of like what it's claiming to be. Like I would say right off the bat, it's like a medium coverage at best. I do have a little bit of creasing, but very minimal. I feel like I'd like it more either without powder or with a different powder, because like that powder, I've loved it for a while, but it's definitely one of those powders I don't trust with everything. Like it's kind of finicky. Touch contour stick. If you have a more warm skin tone, if you're on like the light to medium range, then I think this would be a pretty good shade for you. I mean, there definitely is some fading like right through here. Like I can see my, you know, red spots and blemishes and stuff, and that could be the foundation where it's worn off around those areas too, but I don't know. But it just seems like I've seen worse with other bronzer contour products. So I do feel like, you know, on a good base, this would wear pretty well. I would say if you have normal, dry, or combination skin, then this would be for you. If your skin is way more oily than mine, then I would say you might not want to check this out. But overall, I like it. Radiant Fusion Baked Powder. It's fickle. The way it wears and performs just depends on what you pair with it, like the foundation, the concealer, your skincare products. So for that reason, I have a hard time fully recommending it and like stamping my approval on it. But today it just didn't pair well with the foundation and concealer hybrid product. Like it just, again, it just looks kind of cakey, kind of powdery. It's emphasizing my texture and stuff. I really thought that by using a damp sponge, it would make it look even better, because, you know, where it's a baked product, like it kind of gives you that forgiveness where you can use a damp sponge without, you know, getting hard paint and stuff. But I actually felt like the sponge kind of packed on too much. I would say that if you're dry skinned, or if you're someone that's just looking for a powder that's not too mattifying to where it's not going to completely absorb all the oil and all the luminosity in your skin, like it's going to leave you with a little bit of sheen, then I would say check this out. So, you know, if you have dry skin, heck yeah. The lip liner. Guys, the lip liner is the unsung hero. I swatched this on my hand around 6 o'clock today when I was filming this, okay? And it's almost 2 o'clock now, and I've washed my hands at least 8 or 9 times since then. Look. it won't come off, but it's not drying. Like, it's so creamy and smooth. This is amazing. Now, last but not least, the Jelly Stylo Gloss Finish Wet Lip, whatever it's called. I didn't like it at first. Like, the first couple of times I used this, I was just like, this is sticky and thick and, you know, goop city. I feel like it's just thick enough to where it just makes the lipstick wear longer. I mean, for this to be a glossy finish lipstick, like, this has crazy staying power. It stays feeling moisturizing and hydrating. Like, it never feels like it's breaking down to where it's gonna be, you know, drying, crackly, crusty, crumbly. Didn't expect to like this, but here we are. I'm gonna buy more shades. Yeah, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing some KIKO Milano stuff put to the test. And if you've tried anything from the brand, then make sure you leave a comment below on what you've tried, whether it be good or bad, and your skin type, because we gotta know all the dirty deets, the hits and the misses. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. So just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. Turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.